And so the ring struggle continues. We managed to squeak our way through 2-player last time. Now, it's time for 3-player action. This time, I'll be smart. Let me get these curving characters and bring Yoshi back in the mix. I'm sure having a middle character will work this time. Those two worked out for me last time, so I'm hoping they'll work again. So now it's time to do the 3-player ring attack. Let's see what crazy new challenges we get this time, such as in and off. All 3 of us have to hit a particular spot. Well, at least I know the first 3 courses are going to be easy. But at least the first episode should be a breeze. It's after this is when I'm going to get worried. That's when shit's going to hit the fan. And we'll worry about that later. For now, at least enjoy the calm before the storm. Again. So anyway, welcome back everybody to Let's Play Mario Golf Toadstool Tour. This is your host, the MJ406. And, well, here we are yet again.
Nice shot.
Hoping that I can do well ring attack again. We got through all 2 players. Now it's time for 3-player to go for a swing. And I'm sure it's going to go about as poorly as I'm expecting. So, yeah, Lord help me. Again. Lord help me indeed. I already screwed up. Oh man, we're already in such deep shit. Yeah, I know. Trust me, this is not going to be fun. I realized last time just how big a mistake I really made by doing this, but I'm committing at least. It's going to be very fun. Very, very fun to have to commit to all of this with every freaking set of characters I can conceive. I'll do what I can to make this as easy as possible. Oh, thank goodness that worked. But yep. I'm prepared for a painful experience. And that's definitely what I'm getting with this.
Nice shot.
So I'll be as ready as I can hopefully ever be. Let's let this pain subside and be one truly miserable time. I knew I should just end this LP when I had the chance, but now I've committed, I can't stop. It'd be wrong for me to end it at this point. Oh, God! Remember, all 3 of them have to get par, man. All 3 of them need to get par, so you cannot screw up royally like that. Oh, boy. I knew this was a mistake. I knew this was a mistake. I should have just not done this. Now, it's time for me to man up and accept the choices I made in life. And, well, just cry. Just cry in a corner, knowing that every single one of these 3 needs to get par. Oh, God, why? Why I think this is a good idea?
Nice shot.
Well, here we go. So, while this pain goes, let's go with another discussion topic, shall we? Homemade gifts last time kind of bombed for me towards the end, so...
Nice shot.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with something a little simpler this time. At least I'm hoping I'll get something simpler. Oh, you know what? Speaking of time... why does this feel so relevant to me right now? God damn it. So, here's a fun question. Are video games a waste of time? Why or why not? I mean, I think I mentioned before in regards to like some hobbies that, yeah, video games and a lot of things that give you pleasure can be seen as a waste of time. A lot of activities in general can be a waste of time if you know, look at them that way. But you know, it all depends on how much you get out of it, I guess. But, well, yeah, it depends on who you ask. Oh, man, that almost worked, too. All right, good, I should have this one. But, yeah, do you think video games in themselves are a waste of time? Part of me feels like it's probably a stupid question, because everybody who's watching this is probably into video games, I would imagine, at least in some form. I mean, you know, there can be a lot of junk food games, and games that are literally just meant to be time wasters. I mean, that's kind of the point. It's entertainment, so it's kind of, you know, not really much going on with that. Mystery circles. What the fuck? Jesus Christ! Alright, what the hell with this? Well, Bowser, let's see how many you get with that. I'm curious. How many rings will you get if you hit it right there? You got 3. So 3 shots. I guess I have to get all these rings. This is brutal, man. Well,
Nice shot.
this is gonna be fun. Trying to find the sweet spot to get all these rings.
Okay.
I mean, if I can do that, I'm in the clear. I should be able to nail this. Yep, just gotta get it right there. And because it's Yoshi, I have faith that I can do it! If anybody can do it, it's my green man.
Nice.
Fuck! I blew it anyway. I blew it. Alright, then let's try again. Oh, that's a dick move. It's a real dick move, honestly. Like, god damn it, that's a dick move. Yeah. Just gotta find the right sweet spots to be able to nail every single one of these. There's definitely 3 sweet spots to nail somewhere in there. As long as you get them all, though, you're good. But yeah, video games. I mean, it all depends what you make out of it, I guess. That's the way I see it, anyway. I mean, yeah. Video games can seem like a waste of time if you frickin', you know, don't make the most out of the hobby. I mean,
Nice.
yeah. Some people see it as a competition, and some people can find value in that. Or, you know, I've talked about before about how valuable video games can be for some professions. Like, it's not a complete waste of time depending on what you play, man.
Nice.
Besides, the joy that people get out of it, sometimes that can be enough for them to, you know, think that gaming is not a waste of time. They actually get something valuable out of it, which, you know, it's always nice to see that people get some good enjoyment out of this hobby, video games. Because I've always been an advocate for, you know, video games being a good thing for us. I've always been an advocate for that. I mean, come on. I'm pretty sure I mentioned it a couple times before in other videos in my past that, well,
Nice shot.
friggin' surgeons have been getting benefits from playing Super Monkey Ball because, you know, you got 1 ring out of that? Really? What does time mark till I beat this? I mean, yeah, I've always been singing the praises of Super Monkey Ball and how good it is for, you know, actually helping with, you know, surgeons, for example. They get better hand-eye coordination from playing Super Monkey Ball is a good example. Video gaming in general can help with hand-eye coordination. And just better motor skills in your hands in general. Like, it's crazy how much, you know, motor skills in your hands can be disregarded. But, you know, throw video games into the mix, man. And it can definitely help. Especially if you play the right games. Which, yeah, not everybody does, of course, but... Well, yes, there we go. It's definitely something I believe can be very helpful for helping people's hands stay fully functioning. And again, it could also cause you to get arthritis faster. Not that I'm worried about that sort of thing, but, you know, that happens to most people at this point. Still, yeah, not to mention, you know, a famous Nintendo one for the Nintendo DS, Brain Age. I mean, come on, man. That was literally created to basically help old people, you know, help maintain their mental functions, like, well, help them so they can, like, you know, see how good their brains are working and compare it to, like, the age when they think average people that lifespan would be like. And, you know,
Birdie putt.
a lot of people like it. It helps people, you know, maintain their brain activity so it doesn't, you know, die.
Birdie
I'm pretty sure that can also, you know, brain activities like those can somewhat prevent Alzheimer's, I think. I don't know. But I know it's definitely a good tool to use. Brain activities in general, I do love brain training. It is good thing for keeping your brain fresh, even for doing just simple basic tasks. But brain age, among other brain game activities, are definitely something that can really help people. Backtracking, even though some of it can also be reflexes, so it doesn't always measure properly. Oh, this is annoying. Oh. Okay. I see what they want us to do here. Yep. Yep, let's try this.
Nice shot.
See where backspin could work, but I could also just rely on, you know...
Okay.
I always just shoot low back in with it. You know, I'll figure this out. But yeah, those are two of the biggest ones in my eyes. Like, yeah, as they probably should be. Because, you know, brain training and training your reflexes are definitely two great tools. Oh, somehow you went too high! Damn it! Fucking, actually, you know what? This could still work out. Let's not freak out yet. Yeah, I'm freaking out a little too prematurely here. I can still make it work. I mean, yeah, well, it's all probably the two biggest things to get out of gaming. Say it's not a waste of time. You can train your brain, and it can also just, you know, be good, simple fun. You can train your brain, train your hands and all that. I mean, come on. Another one for the health craze. You know, the Wii. I mean, how could that be denied? You know what? I don't like Bowser's shot. I'll try to do it with Yoshi, I guess, if I can do that. Oh, jeez, you should have done top spin. You know, with critical thinking and, you know, problem solving, it can. So, yeah, I have faith in a lot of gaming to help us, but yeah. Like I said, for the health thing, you know, Nintendo Wii was really big for that. Like, yeah. How do you know how freaking innovational the Wii was? The whole point of it was... Oh, I forgot to do it. Oh. So these holes are going to get more difficult. That's great. Let's time warp the end of this one. You know, I've been thinking. It's a crazy double standard that people have been having with video games. It kind of annoys me. Like, think about it.
Nice shot.
We have all these, you know, critics basically like games are a waste of time. They're rotting your brain. You're just interacting with this weird fantasy setting. Do shit that you do in real life. It's bullshit. Like, what are these useful skills you have? Okay. Okay. So you want to go that angle. You want to go that angle. Okay. The skills we have, that we get from video games aren't useful in real life. Okay. Okay. Let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. What useful skills do you get from watching a television? What useful skills do you get from browsing random videos on the internet? What skills do you get from watching movies in a movie theater? What skills do you get out of these things? I'll tell you what. Nothing! You get nothing for those either. You're really just watching people act a bunch of things out. You cannot tell me that gaming is worse for you just because you play it out in a game, in a fictional setting. You're literally just watching people do shit in movies and TV shows. You cannot tell me that gaming is just infinitely worse for entertainment value because of that. Like, you literally just sit there and blindly watch a thing for freaking potentially hours at a time. Like, man. It's crazy, the double standard. Just crazy. And yet, it seems the societal norm. It's the acceptable thing to do. And everybody's gotten so used to frickin' TV and movies that they don't give a fuck. They're exactly the way they're meant to be. Still harmful for us, but I'm used to it, so fuck you. Man, it is just a double standard I despise.
Nice.
And yeah, that's why I've been, you know, always fighting for how good video games really are. I say fighting, but, you know, I'm always, yes, encouraging, you know, how good video games actually are for people. I say they're not a waste of time. They can actually, you know, help with brain and motor functions and, you know, yeah, they can provide entertainment in ways that we haven't been able to conceive from movies and TV shows.
Complete.
Like, yeah. You same thing about watching plays. That's not a waste of time, just going out to a thing and freaking watching people basically perform a giant skit in person for a few hours. Third Arch, Champions Walk. Oh, no. Oh, no. What the hell is this? Lord help me. This could be bad. This could be very bad. Well, let's go for it.
Nice.
Gotta get 3 shots in a row, basically, through rings. Obeying the bunker is not a helpful cause right there. Yeah, you need to pull back. You need to be a little closer to this side of the freaking course.
Nice shot.
So that way I can actually try to freaking nail the other rings. Oh, man. This is definitely going to be more grueling. I'm wondering if I should only stick down to freaking, you know, 2 freaking courses an episode now. This is just going to get even more painful. I had a feeling this was going to start happening. Now I want to devote my whole life to this shit. Oh, God, no! Well, gotta take a sacrifice shot just to get out of the green now. I meant the bunker, but you know, I think you do know what I meant. So, gotta do what I can to get myself in a good spot. So go for it, Yoshi! Maybe so you at least get to the ring on the next shot. Bowser's gonna be the one that's tight. I'm gonna have to make sure he rolls well. Everybody else, well, I'll hope they do exactly what I want them to do. Like, see, look, critical thinking, man. The puzzle games are another great example of a great brain activity. Like, come on. Everybody loves Tetris. Like, come on. You want to rid the world of Tetris, you monsters? Because you don't understand, you know, video games as a whole. Like, it looked like it was going to the ring. Why did it not? Let's just time warp again. Damn it. Like, yeah, puzzle's always a big piece of, you know, gaming. Like, yeah, people love solving puzzles like this. Because, you know, it's one of those things that helps us get our brains active.
Okay.
Video games have been a great area of puzzle solving. And, you know, it's helped people get more into computing so we can improve technology for other people in the future. Like, yeah. It's kind of hard to deny how great gaming is. Like, video games I don't see as a waste of time, but it's getting a lot more people into the field of computer technology, you know? Considering how useful computers have been for us over the years. Yeah. You want to still tell me that video games are a waste of time when they've been doing nothing but helping people get more involved in the computer industry?
Nice.
Like, come on, man. Technology keeps evolving. And we have some gamers to thank for coming up with even better technologies. Oh, not to do with you. Damn it. Just get out of there, please. That's all I want. You I can manage with. It's the others I'm worried about. But I'll make it work. Either way. Whew, okay, good. I've always been an advocate for saying gaming is definitely not nearly as bad for you as the media has tried to portray it. I mean, yeah, listen to me right now, man. I'm always pissed when they try to say that gaming is just
Nice.
blindly bad for you. And then again, the bigger thing I think people say they hate video games for is that it causes violent outbursts. They seem to blame it for a lot of school shootings. Which, it's time for me to get this off my chest right now. I don't know, what are you trying to get off your chest? That's a good question. I mean, yeah. There are a lot of shootings that people like to blame video games for. I mean, you know, I think the biggest one to note was, you know, the Columbine school shooting. Yes, by the way, in case you're wondering, yes, this is talking about American shit. School shootings are a particularly America problem. If you don't know about that by now, well, get used to it, hearing about it. But yeah, that was the big one. What was it? It was supposedly, like, the kids involved supposedly got, you know, they supposedly decided to go on a shooting spree after playing Doom, is what they said. Like, what the media said. It's like, you know, it was video games like Doom that caused them to basically have their violent outbursts that basically killed a bunch of people.
Nice.
Like, man, you're crazy. And I expect nothing different from you. No, I might actually get this to work if I do it right. I think I get Bowser to approach low, so he can be close to the pin as well. And that's my... Oh, boy. This is a big gamble. Well, now I gotta do an approach with him. Of course. I think I screwed myself over now. And here I thought I had a good idea. I had chipped in a birdie with Wario, and now I have to friggin' try to do it with Bowser too. Which I do not see happening. Because I always screw these up. No! Always the last hurdle. God damn it, just time up to the end of the hole now. And just like that, I got the last ring again, baby. I also shot like a fucking rocket across that thing. I definitely should have done a little better at that, but who cares? At least I should be able to easily make it now. Stop hitting the fucking pin and making me feel bad! If you can't make this putt, I feel bad for you, bro. Thank you. Okay, we're good now. Oh, well. But yeah. The whole school shooting thing is definitely a big load of bull crap from a lot of media. Like, the thing is, like, a lot of these things they like to blame, you know, video games for making people more violent. The thing is, a lot of these people are messed up in the head anyway. They just like to look at that as a catalyst for them, which is just annoying. Triple targets! Alright, we're on the next course. I'm only going to do 2 courses an episode now, because I feel like these are going to get more painful. Huh, you know, this isn't that bad. This one's actually pretty tame in comparison. Just literally going to hit all 3 of these and then get to the green. That's not that bad. You say now. But then again, you know, you don't get to them on the first shot. You have a hard time getting to the frickin' rings. Oh, boy. It's always something. Oh, boy, especially this one. Yeah, don't do power. That's not helpful. Oh, man. Ah, god damn it. Well, either way. Yeah. That's a whole big conspiracy thing with the frickin' school shooting thing was that, you know, a lot of it's because, you know, video games are encouraging people to start doing things like shooting up schools and all that. Like, what the fuck kind of twisted narrative do you have in your head right now? Makes you think that video games are making school shootings even more common than they used to be. Then again, I think a lot of smarter people know what the real problem is. You know, all the school shooting stuff, you know. Not like we do anything like, you know, having gun control laws! But, you know, I digress. It's crazy, just how quick they are to basically blame video games for ruining people. Or turning them into friggin' violent monsters. Like, it actually feels insane to me how quick they are to do that. Like, man. You really not want to throw blame where it's meant to. Then again, a lot of it's, try to push blame for the things they know are doing it, so they don't make their shareholders angry. Oh, we weren't going to get political. What do you want out of me, man? What do you want? Oh, god damn it! Not only did I not get towards the green, I missed the ring anyway. Now, it's not a bad idea to shoot in front of the ring and then go over there. We'll see what happens. Let's start it again. Pretty sure I explained my stance where I sit on the line in regards to, school violence stuff. It just can't be solely blamed on video games. The way American media likes to romanticize violence is definitely part of the problem. Like, man, do they love to romanticize violence. That's definitely one of the biggest problems, honestly, with how violence is just such an appreciated, solution to things. It's crazy how much the media really loves violence to be the solution to so many of life's problems. To think that video games are the sole reason people go out and start shooting people is insane. Well, movies we have where people are always toting around guns and shit. You're not going to sit there and tell me that there's no reason people watch a cowboy movie. Like, those guns look dangerous. There's no way I want to handle those. They look bad. Yeah, that's the dumbest shit I've ever heard in my life. See a cowboy movie and don't want to act like them. Kids are very impressionable as well, mind you. And like I said, a lot of people did some of those school shooting stuff. Apparently a lot of those kids ended up having other problems as well. Like, they were known to be head cases already. So yeah, especially as much as some people may want to point to video games being a catalyst for that. Well, yeah. It's kind of hard to solely blame video games when society at large loves violence. Media love to portray violence in such a, a fun solution to things. And, it's always the solution to conflict in a lot of media. Like, yeah, okay, let's just solely blame video games for that. The cartoony ones like this, yeah, let's blame Animal Crossing for a lot of it. Triple Treetop. Oh, great, they all gotta hit it over a tree, too. It's like you guys are trying to piss me off. This could work. This could work! It could, if you were aiming right. Without the direct center of aim, there's no point in doing that. I really gotta start doing auto swings more. It's definitely becoming more helpful the more I think about it. Let's try this. Oh boy.
Nice shot.
And thanks for ruining my swing anyway, jackass. Now it's just coming down to luck at this point. It's either I gotta get timing infinitely better, or it's luck. Like, there's no other solution I can think of. Other than that, it's luck. Yes, just blame your problems on bad luck. Why the hell not? Why not? I probably shouldn't have held down like that. That was probably a bad move. Give me one more and I'll time more. But yeah, basically, if we want to stop a lot of the violence and shit we see, not only things that can try to stop a lot of, younger people and irresponsible people from having guns, but also, stop trying to, show how great it is to be able to use guns and other forms of violence for solving your problems. That's definitely the biggest takeaway I have from how the media romanticizes violence. It's deplorable, honestly. Alright, I'm not going to go over the T-box anymore. Instead, let's be smart and do it from here. That way I get better angle shots, a lot closer. It'll be much easier this way, because going over a far-away ring shot has not worked out well so far. Oh, I hope this will do better. I really do hope it'll do better. But yeah, the other thing I keep forgetting about why the United States of America loves violence so much. We're a big military nation. We love just rubbing in the face of a lot of countries just how strong our military is, how we have the greatest military in the world with all the money we spend into it, building all these fucking weapons and all this other shit to take care of other countries in case they go rogue. knowing we have enough weapons to blow the country over, blow up the entire world twice over. You know, the responsible thing America can do. Ugh, God damn it, it does piss me off, it really does. And you know, it should piss off a lot of Americans. A lot of people take pride in our military might, but you know, that's a shitload of wasted money. We do not need to be spending like that. Like, Jesus Christ. The amount of military spending on that shit is unreal. It is unreal how much money we are spending on that shit. It's crazy. And yet, the military wants us to believe that it's all for the greater good.
Nice.
Kind of hard for me to believe, honestly. Oh, that was close. It really is hard for me to believe when you frickin', you know, end up looking like bullies. America loves to bully other nations as well.
Nice.
We basically see something we don't like, so we're going to send military power over there to deal with it. Because you're doing something to a country we don't want you to do. We're the good guys. We're Big Brother. Yeah, you're like the Big Brother that'll freaking sexually assault everyone. That'll sexually assault the little brother behind your parents' backs. Yeah, horrible analogy. But you know what? That's America, man. There's so much shit. That's why a whole big narrative about not trusting the government's come up, is because, you know, there's so much shit that people can't trust from it. Like how they try to treat video games as the ultimate, you know, evil, for saying that's how frickin' violent outbreaks happen. Everybody knows now it's much more of a mental health concern rather than, you know, things that involve their hobbies. It can also be bad, you know, parenting, that too. Shoot the hoops! Oh boy, how many? Hopefully it's just one. Those are the only ones I see. Okay, just one set. That's not too bad. I actually do it all from here. That's not bad. That is not bad at all. Just had to be able to recover afterwards. Well, the par 5, this should hopefully be the easiest hole I've had all day. Wouldn't that be a nice thought? Oh boy, I hope it's easy, because I'm getting really annoyed by some of these already. Oh, come on! Are you kidding me? You son of a bitch! Wow. That was frustrating. Sorry, that was a lot of anger. Like, come on, you guys understand where I'm coming from with this, right? Shit. It'd be nice to hit one of the other ranks, so at least I could try to go for opportunities with the other ones with some of the other characters.
Okay.
My man! Yeah, I should probably go to the furthest one with Wario then. Hopefully he can hit it. Oh! He's actually perfectly aligned for this. I don't know why he thought Super Topspin was the way to go. Fuck! Yup, this is gonna be another brutal one. Maybe I should stop talking about American politics. It might be distracting me a bit, because... it's putting me in the wrong mindset right now. But, you know, that's just how a lot of it goes, unfortunately. A lot of things like the politics nowadays, they tell us not to really enjoy a lot of things we enjoy in life because they hate us so much. Well, time warping again! Alright, well, here's another angle to go on. What games do you guys play that, you know, you guys use to wind down and such? Because, you know, there's a lot of different kinds of gaming out there. Give a lot of different experiences, you know. I was thinking for gaming, you know, there's also the social aspect of video gaming that you can't really get on movies or television. Like, right? There's definitely a lot of that. It's a lot harder to communicate through other forms of media. Because, well, yeah. How often are you going to be able to say you can communicate with people through watching television? I mean, we technically have that, you know, video calling and stuff like that now, but, you know. Just trying to make a point here that, yeah, it'd be pretty difficult to, oh man, this is so oh. Oh, Okay, I'll supposedly make it. Oh, that's if I hit it right on the money. Ugh. I hate having to try to figure this out. Oh god, I don't think I made it. But, yeah, there's a lot of a big social aspect to gaming that, you know,
Nice.
we socialize through video games as well. Which, you know, I don't know how many aspects of the media actually, you know, keeps track of that. Because, you know, it's actually a very important aspect to video games as a whole. The social element. I mean, come on. That's why online gaming is such a big thing as it is. That's why Let's Plays are a thing, too. That's communicating, you know, people's love for the passion as well. Like, yeah, there's a massive social element to gaming that it kind of goes, you know, it's one of the ways that in modern society it's easier for us to communicate this way than some of the dangers of the real world nowadays. I mean, I could be exaggerating the point a little bit, but I think you get what I'm saying. That, you know,
Nice shot.
when certain things have been getting outdated due to the rise of technology, gaming has come up with ways for us to socialize that you can't easily do with other forms of entertainment. That's more or less what I'm trying to get at. You know, there's a big social element. You're going to be some unforgettable experiences. Like,
Nice.
yeah, it helps cover the, you know, having fun with people, communicate with them over long distances. Like, yeah, where, you know, normally you'd be doing activities together in the same home, like playing a board game, or, you know, watching things together on, like, TV and stuff. Now we have things like basically having online games where you actually communicate with our friends and have fun and all that. And that's an aspect that not a lot of other forms of entertainment can provide. That's why gaming really has a good niche on that. And that's why I appreciate it. Kind of hard to say games are a waste of time and allows people to connect each other across long distances in ways you can't get from just talking to them regularly. Or, you know, you do it in a way you don't have to be in the same room as them, too. This aspect I feel like is frequently overlooked. Creek rings! Oh boy, this looks not fun. Really think that's a good idea? Yes. Yes, I do. Oh, Lord have mercy on your soul. There's no way in hell you're making that shot! You get at least one ring. Get a drink. And here we go with another rough one. Maybe you should try to warm up to doing another shot from somewhere else for that one. You ever think about that one? I mean, I may as well. Yeah, let's try this. But yeah, there's a lot of things that gaming can help us with I don't see as a waste of time. Motor functions, brain functionality. There's social aspects that allow us to communicate with people in ways we haven't been able to before. Like, it's crazy how many aspects of gaming get overlooked for all the ones you see in the media with how much it's, you know, ruined society, quote unquote. Oh man, how the hell am I gonna do this? Oh man, fuck! Well, this would do it. Good luck with that shot. Yikes. Another one of those, it feels like it might be better to just set up a shot instead of doing it this way. Like, whatever this is, no, bro, this ain't it. That ain't it, bro. You ain't making that. Yeah, see, I had a feeling you weren't making it. Everybody missed. That's what the worst part was. Although, no, definitely do not do it, Bowser. Feels like the worst idea, honestly. Actually, in a way, it feels like one of the best ideas I've had. He might actually be able to make that shot, assuming he doesn't hit too hard. And he hit too hard. What a surprise. Well, you're set up for the next one anyway, so that'll work. And again, Wario can do it fast without, you know, falling apart. And falling in the water and shit. But, you know,
Shot.
yeah. Gaming definitely has a lot of benefits that can help us in society. It just sucks that sometimes society, the modern society we've grown to know, you know, just wants to scapegoat gaming into basically being a big, you know, detriment in our lives. It's crazy. Crazy how much better gaming is for us than a lot of other stay-at-home activities. Like, man. It's honestly embarrassing sometimes just seeing how far you are willing to go to just try to bash gaming altogether. Crazy to me. But, you know, we are a society. That society, unfortunately, likes to get a lot of people to believe in some stupid shit.
Nice shot.
So, you know, you enjoy your hobby, just, you know, don't try to villainize it, please. Please stop trying to villainize gaming. It's not cool. It's really not. Ooh, you know, this is actually a pretty decent shot I had.
Nice.
Yes, good. Good, I should be able to easily do this. We're all right there. Whew. Wario nailing that shot was definitely key to make this one a breeze. Thank goodness. There we go. Now things are looking bright again. I'm still ending this episode after this because I don't trust myself anymore.
Nice.
I've had a hard time trusting myself considering everything I've been going through lately. I'll admit though, gaming can be very frustrating. It can definitely produce a lot of mood swings. I will not say that gaming is truly good for you, like I said. There are a lot of violent things that can be done in games, and yes, it can be very impressionable in kids. There is some control that should be done with that. And again, that's what the ESRB rating is for. While I've been trying to sing my praise about how great gaming is for people, there's definitely some bad that can come from it. It can influence people to be violent, and kids can be very impressionable. Sometimes kids will go out of their way and do shit they see in video games. Like, I've been trying to say it doesn't happen. No, it's not. It's just, you know, it's not the main cause of people having violent outbursts, is mainly what I've been trying to say here. I never would say it's the leading cause of people doing violent outbreaks, but, you know, just like TV and movies and all that other stuff, video games are also influential to young minds, and need to be controlled. Some people don't try to go doing a lot of things they do in games, and believing that, you know, this is the way that things have to be. I hate it. I hate that mindset. It's annoying that, you know, anything can be impressionable in kids. You should just scapegoat on the one thing, but, you know, there's a lot of good out of gaming. You just gotta, you know, control yourself. We even see things that professional athletes having their careers go under because we get so addicted to games like Fortnite. There's a fun element that draws them in. There's an addiction element to it. Unlike some things with movies and TV. There is that too. There is the addiction element. So, you know, there's the harmful way of doing too much. Same can be said with anything. Where TV and movies don't exactly have that kind of problem because they don't, like, keep your brain physically active and having you interact with things. Just like drugs. Games can be bad if you play them way too much. They can give way too much of an impression on your mind and ruin you. But I feel like most people would understand and not have that problem, but, you know, sometimes people have too easy access to games and they burn money on it. They can ruin themselves financially and ruin their careers by spending way too much time on it, not getting enough sleep. Another big stereotype with gamers, not willing to put themselves to sleep because of all that shit. There's time to play games, there's time to live life. So, you know, don't waste your whole life playing a video game or else you won't have a life left to live. Don't waste it away. Treat it as a hobby, not as a lifestyle. I mean, you know, there's also the lucky ones that are the streamers or big video game creators that, you know, actually get paid to create that stuff and live off it. So, you know, you're the ones that can actually be the exception to the rule. Good for you. But yep, everybody else who doesn't make money and a living off of gaming, please do it responsibly. Don't make us all look like idiots and monsters. That's all I really need to say. Alright, we got through the first 2 courses for the 3-player ring attack. We'll do the next 2 next time. Who knows? If I get really comfortable, I might actually have a short episode here or there. But yep, I plan on doing 2 course an episode for 4-player ring attack as well, but we will get through it all. Despite the pain, I am willing to endure it just to say I did it.